How do you take your coffee? For most Americans, it's with cream and sugar. But if you knew how damaging some of these most popular coffee add-ins like flavored syrups, milk, artificial creamers, and artificial sweeteners can be to your gut and your health, you'd probably want to start taking your coffee black. But before you do, I want to tell you about something you can add to your coffee instead, or even a smoothie or a glass of water that's not just a healthier choice, but that can actually boost your digestive system, turbocharge your energy levels, and even help you lose weight. I'm Dr. Vincent Pedre, one of New York City's leading physicians and a gut health expert. I secretly suffered with abdominal pain, cramping, bloating, and fatigue for years. I also constantly struggled to maintain a healthy weight. I tried everything from changing my diet to acupuncture to a plethora of pharmaceuticals. And while some things brought relief, it was never lasting. Sound familiar? Well, even with all of my medical training, I couldn't figure out what was going on. How could I help my patients if I couldn't even help myself? But everything changed when I determined the root cause of all of my problems. Since then, I've uncovered groundbreaking research that is now allowing me to eat many of my favorite foods without fear of indigestion, low energy, or frustrating weight issues. Want to know exactly what I did that finally worked? Well, if you drink coffee every morning, then you'll be happy to hear that I have found a way to supercharge your cup of joe by adding a tasty treat that works like a delicious creamer, but without any of the negative side effects to improve your digestion, boost your energy, and help you better manage your weight by supporting your gut health. And if you're like me and don't drink coffee, don't worry. This is something you can add to any drink, from chai tea to just plain water. But first, I need to explain how adding things like sugar and cream to your coffee can be so detrimental to your health. See, there are many foods in the standard American diet, like sugar, that can disrupt your gut microbiome, and this may even lead to breaking up your gut's lining, creating spaces big enough to allow destructive substances like bacteria, yeast, partially digested food particles, and other toxins to actually escape from your gut and invade your body. And when that bad stuff gets through, your immune system immediately kicks into high gear to attack these foreign invaders. While the body is doing what it knows best to protect itself, it actually starts destroying the gut lining. This is why it can become impossible to lose weight. Skin reactions often appear at a whim, your energy levels are constantly zapped, and your mind is so foggy, you keep forgetting simple things like where you put your keys. But what I've found is truly to blame for all of these health issues is something that can develop over time. It's called leaky gut syndrome, and it's a silent epidemic plaguing millions of unaware Americans that's been on the rise for the past few decades because of some dangerous changes to our food supply. I'll never forget when I first came across it in a research paper published in the Journal of Nutritional Health and Food Engineering. Initially, I thought it was a joke. I mean, leaky gut sounds pretty wild. The more I learned about leaky gut, the more of my own gut issues started to make sense. I also realized that all my problems with fatigue and the ups and downs of my weight were actually the result of a leaky gut. Today, I'm going to show you scientific proof why leaky gut not only is real, but it's likely at the root of all of your digestive problems and even many of your other health concerns. I'll also share 3 simple things to avoid in order to prevent leaky gut, and one easy thing to do that will repair, protect, and strengthen your gut forever. Now, you may have seen some of my other important gut health presentations online and on major TV programs like Dr. Oz and Good Morning America. But what I am revealing for the first time publicly in this video is an indisputable new way to get healthy and support your digestive system so you can sleep better at night, wake up feeling more energized, and maintain a healthy body from head to toe. So I've made it my mission to spread awareness and fight this growing gut health epidemic because I don't want anyone else to suffer like I did for so long. But before I tell you about the solution I came up with, let me quickly reveal why your gut may be leaking in the first place. In fact,
It's made up of just one single layer of cells responsible for keeping toxins and food particles from entering your body. And each cell is connected to the next by tight bonds that are kind of like Velcro, holding the cells together. When these cells are healthy and strong, that Velcro stays securely fastened. But over time, the connections between those cells can begin to loosen, creating spaces that allow really bad things like bacteria and yeast to get through and go where they don't belong. That's a leaky gut. And it causes your immune system to go on a rampage, attacking everything in sight. Basically, a leaky gut turns the foods we eat for nourishment and energy into public enemy number one. And because it puts your immune system on high alert, it can lead to all sorts of food sensitivities, intolerances, and even life-threatening food allergies. So let's look at what causes it and how you can get rid of it. Scientists have discovered that over time, certain things will cause the protective lining of your intestines to bust open. For this reason, I call them gut busters. In other words, they actually weaken the bonds between your cells. And that means those foreign invaders we already talked about can easily escape from your gut and damage the rest of your body. Today, I'm going to reveal the top 3 gut busters that you need to avoid immediately. Because even when my number 1 gut buster is eaten in moderation, it can rip apart the cells in your gut, which are so critical for your overall health. I'll bet now you are wondering whether leaky gut is to blame for your digestive problems too. And if so, how can you know for sure? Unfortunately, there's not one perfect test for leaky gut yet. You really just have to go by the symptoms. This is why it often gets missed by doctors. And the reason a lot of patients are in complete denial about it. But after more than 20 years of studying the digestive system, both in my studies at Cornell University and the University of Miami School of Medicine, I truly believe leaky gut is the underlying cause of most modern health issues. So if you're feeling tired, having irregular digestive issues, craving unhealthy foods, struggling to manage your weight, or just not feeling quite yourself, then it is vitally important that you keep watching this presentation. Because odds are you are one of the many millions suffering from leaky gut. And when your gut is leaky, like it was for me and virtually every one of my patients, all bets are off until the root cause is addressed. That's why I've devoted the last few months searching for the most powerful superfoods to strengthen your gut. And before the end of this video, I'm going to reveal the top 3 superfoods I've identified through my research. I chose them specifically because they are scientifically proven to nourish, strengthen, and protect the cells in your gut's lining, giving you a clean gut that will benefit your entire body. Odds are they're available right in your grocery store if you know where to look. I've been adding them to my morning smoothie for months now, and I can tell you, they're amazing.
And I promise, by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and tools necessary to improve your health and wellness, as hundreds of my patients have already done. Like Maya R., who said, "When I first went to see Dr. Pedre, I was plagued with frequent headaches, joint discomfort, fatigue, and brain fog so thick, I couldn't read through an issue of Us Weekly in one sitting. After we identified the culprits and made some strategic changes to my diet, the awful headaches, fatigue, and brain fog have vanished, and now I have the energy to live life to the fullest." I'm going to tell you exactly what Maya did in just a moment. And if you still have questions even after watching this entire presentation, I'll give you my email address at the end so you can contact me directly. But first, let me tell you a quick story about another patient I'll bet you can relate to. I can't say her name, but let's call her Emily. Emily came into my office a few months ago complaining that her energy was at an all-time low. She said she often struggled to focus on even simple day-to-day tasks like folding laundry. And like so many of my patients, Emily was also frustrated with her weight. She had put on about 10 pounds during a stressful period at work. And now, years later, she still couldn't get the scale to budge. She was embarrassed, confused, and just fed up. On top of all of that, Emily said she often had trouble sleeping. I suspected there was something in Emily's diet that was breaking up her gut's lining, resulting in leaky gut. I could almost see the microscopic bits of food getting through her weak intestinal walls, leaking into her bloodstream and triggering a chain reaction of body-wide inflammation as her immune system attacked the foreign invaders, ultimately making it impossible for her to lose weight. And when I asked her what some of her favorite foods were, she said, "I eat really healthy. I love salads and fish. I rarely have any sweets or fried foods. And when my family drinks wine at our weekly pasta Sundays, I always stick with water." As soon as I heard her say the P word, pasta, I had a bad gut feeling that Emily was under attack by my number 1 gut buster: gluten. Would it surprise you to find out that even if you test negative for celiac disease, an autoimmune disorder in which gluten breaks up and destroys the small intestine, there's still a pretty high chance gluten is damaging your gut, causing you to feel sluggish, bloated, or just off? In fact, I estimate anywhere from 10 to 30% of the US population is at least somewhat sensitive or intolerant to gluten. That's nearly 100 million Americans who have no idea the breads, pastas, crackers, cookies, and other wheat-based processed foods they are eating are creating all sorts of health issues for them. So while Emily had already tested negative for celiac disease, Based on all of her symptoms, I was convinced gluten was the culprit. But Emily wanted to know why. Why is gluten especially harmful to your gut? Simple. Gluten is a sticky protein found in wheat, barley, and rye products. It's what gives bread that chewy texture. But gluten also hides in a lot of other popular foods, like ice cream, French fries, soy sauce, soup, and salad dressing. But here's the real problem with gluten. In the last 50 years, we've genetically modified wheat so much that the amount of gluten inside the plant has nearly doubled. And our bodies simply don't have enough enzymes to break down that much gluten. Plus, gluten is a sneaky molecule that knows exactly how to infiltrate anyone's gut lining, leaky or not. Look, this isn't just some theory. It's backed by studies that show when gluten proteins hit your gut becomes more permeable. In other words, more bad stuff gets through. After I explained all of this to Emily, we talked about making some very specific changes to her diet, just like I had already done successfully with Maya and hundreds of other patients. I told Emily how repairing and protecting her gut with my top 3 superfoods and reducing gluten could be the key to regaining her energy, eliminating her brain fog, better managing her weight, and finally getting a good night's sleep. All simply because she would be strengthening her gut's lining and putting an end to leaky gut. It took some convincing, but Emily agreed to do it. I'll try it for 1 month, but that's it, she said. When she came in for her follow-up visit, she was blown away by the results. Within that month, all of her digestive problems had vanished. She was sleeping better and said she felt like a new person. She couldn't thank me enough and swore she would continue eating those superfoods forever. 3 months later, she reported to my office staff that she had finally lost those 10 pounds that had been haunting her for years. And since my superfoods were so effective for Emily, she said her husband was finally trying them too. Turns out, he had been struggling with low energy and bloating for years. But Emily said his biggest problem was stubbornness. Even though she tried to get him to join her in the new superfoods regimen when she first started, he adamantly refused. So Emily said she made a deal with him. If she could lose 10 pounds, then he would have to give my superfoods a chance too. Well, he's been eating them for a few weeks now, and Emily can't believe the transformation that is happening right before her eyes. She said her once couch potato husband is so much more energized that he's helping do the dishes and other chores around the house. Emily said it is clear that my superfoods are giving him a long overdue energy boost, and I'm not at all surprised. But I am getting way ahead of myself here, because I still need to tell you about the other gut busters you should avoid. And don't forget, like gluten, these things can devastate your digestive system and cause leaky gut, including gut buster number 2, non-prescription over-the-counter drugs. I'll bet you've taken something here and there for occasional discomfort, a slight headache, or heartburn. But do you really know what's at stake each time you pop one of those little pills? According to a report published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology in June of 2017, when used regularly over time, there's a 70% chance that over-the-counter drugs like ibuprofen will increase your intestinal permeability. Increased intestinal permeability is just a scientific way to say leaky gut. So that means if you take over-the-counter meds frequently for discomfort, there's a good chance you'll develop leaky gut. Now, don't get me wrong. Having an ibuprofen for your occasional discomfort probably isn't going to cause leaky gut, but it's important to be mindful when taking any over-the-counter drug, especially if it's something specifically targeting your gut like PPIs or proton pump inhibitors for heartburn. Using PPIs regularly often leads to an imbalance of bacteria in your gut's microbiome known as dysbiosis, which is one of the leading causes of leaky gut. You see, PPIs block a channel in the wall of your stomach that produces gastric acid. Gastric acid is an important component of digestion. It not only helps break down protein in your food, but it also reduces harmful bacteria and yeast in your stomach. So if your stomach acid is low, then bad bacteria can virtually multiply in your gut. That's what's known as dysbiosis, which, as I already mentioned, is one of the leading causes of leaky gut. Now, I know from personal experience how uncomfortable heartburn can be, and it's so easy to just grab that PPI, but you need to start looking at the bigger picture when it comes to your health. And that's where my gut buster number 3 comes in: stress. More than 63% of Americans are stressed about the future of our nation, and nearly 6 in 10 adults believe this is the lowest point in our nation's history that they can remember. That's according to the latest stress survey conducted by the American Psychological Association. And that's particularly bad news for your gut, because the harsh reality is stress can lead to leaky gut. In fact, 9 out of 10 patients who come to see me don't realize how stressed they actually are. Ever have a day where you were constantly distracted and just couldn't focus? Or a night in which you were so tired but couldn't fall asleep? Those are sure signs of stress. And according to the National Institutes of Mental Health, everyone deals with some form of stress every day, whether they realize it or not. But don't worry. You can start protecting your gut from stress, over-the-counter meds, and even gluten immediately with the top 3 superfoods I am about to reveal. Superfood number 1, quercetin. Quercetin's superpower is that it stabilizes the gut by feeding the good bacteria along your gut lining. And when your microbiome is well balanced, that means less burden on your gut's border patrol working to keep the bad guys, like gluten, out. Like many antioxidants, quercetin also supports a healthy heart, benefits mobility and flexibility, boosts energy, promotes longevity, and strengthens the immune system. Best of all, quercetin comes straight from nature. See, quercetin is a bioflavonoid, so it's a type of polyphenol in plant foods like apples, kale, onions, and capers, which have the highest quercetin content of any food. Unfortunately, quercetin is not very abundant in the foods that make up the standard American diet, which is full of refined grains, processed meats, and sugary drinks. If you're eating like most Americans, then I estimate you're probably getting around 50 milligrams of quercetin each day. To truly promote a healthy gut, I suggest getting at least 10 times that amount. Okay, now let's move on to superfood number 2, marshmallow root extract. That's right. Marshmallow could be the key to fixing a leaky gut. Now, I'm not talking about those fluffy and delicious marshmallows you use to make s'mores. Those are loaded with gut-busting sugar. However, marshmallow root enhances digestive health for some leaky gut relief that nearly all Americans need. Here's how. Marshmallow root actually forms a protective coating on your gut's lining that makes your cells stronger and helps them bond together more tightly, keeping those toxins, bad bacteria, and food particles right there in your intestines where they belong. That means your body can properly digest foods, resulting in less heartburn, bloating, or indigestion. Plus, another great benefit of marshmallow root is it can boost metabolism, often resulting in a slimmer waistline. Not too shabby for a plant. All right, let's move on to superfood number 3, L-glutamine. Simply not getting enough L-glutamine may be the reason you develop leaky gut in the first place. That's because nearly 1/3 of the L-glutamine in your body is used by the intestine. The amino acid not only helps to strengthen or tighten the bonds between the cells in your gut lining, but it also protects the cells from toxins, yeast, and bad bacteria that live in your gut. In fact, an interesting research paper out of the University of Texas suggests that a deficiency in L-glutamine alone could actually cause your intestinal tissue to deteriorate, which can result in leaky gut. And an L-glutamine deficiency can easily happen if you're not eating the right foods, including spinach, fish, beets, and peas. Are those items on your weekly grocery list? Probably not. Now, as a doctor, I've had a great deal of medical training, but I still needed a lot of help to bring my innovative idea to fruition. Luckily for me, the team at United Naturals, one of the fastest growing health brands in North America, was just as enthusiastic about my concept as I was. And even though I had already figured out the right doses and potencies of each superfood in the formula, I didn't know how to combine them and make them taste good. With the help of United Naturals, I was able to expand upon my original formula. I told United Naturals I needed a little more time to try a few other superfoods on myself and some of my patients in order to find ones that would make the solution even more powerful. After months of back and forth, I also convinced them to add 6 more superfoods to my formula, bringing the total list to 9 superfoods essential for anyone struggling with their gut health.
Now I can honestly say that I predict my new leaky gut formula, consisting of the purest and most potent ingredients available, will transform the lives of millions of Americans currently suffering from poor gut health. And since the key to my formula is strengthening the connections between the cells in your gut lining, I named it Gut Connect 365. Gut Connect 365 is so innovative that you won't find anything else like it at your grocery store or online. Trust me, I've searched for something like this myself many times. It doesn't exist. That's because Gut Connect 365 is the only formula that will simultaneously nourish, replenish, and fortify the cells in your gut's lining so that harmful substances can't escape. Even though it has only been available for a short time, people are already raving about how Gut Connect 365 has completely transformed their lives. Imagine a day like this. You wake up well-rested after a great night's sleep. You're bursting with energy. Your mind is clear and sharp. You step on the scale and see you've lost even more weight. You're hungry for a good breakfast, and you're not worried that you can't eat this or that because it might upset your stomach, because you know your stomach is strong and healthy from all the superfoods you're getting with your daily dose of Gut Connect 365. So I've put together an exclusive offer especially for new customers. When you order Gut Connect 365 through this presentation, you won't pay the full $79 per bottle. That's what United Naturals wanted to sell it for. But I've convinced their team to slash the price for a limited time because I truly want to help as many people as possible, which is why you're going to get Gut Connect 365 for the special discount of just $49 plus $5 shipping and handling, saving you $30 off the retail price. But before I tell you more, you should know that there is one catch. This massive markdown is valid through this exclusive video only while supplies last, and inventory is extremely limited. You see, the only way that United Naturals can guarantee the highest quality leaky gut formula is by making Gut Connect 365 in small batches. And every time a new batch becomes available, it often sells out in just a matter of days. But don't worry, because there is a way you can stock up on multiple jars of Gut Connect 365 to share with family and friends, or simply to secure your own long-term supply so you don't risk running out or being disappointed when you call for more. Our most popular option is the 3-pack, and that's 3 months of Gut Connect 365 for just $44 and some change per jar. Plus, when you order a 3-pack, shipping is free. Since taking Gut Connect 365 daily is so important to your gut health, I encourage all of my patients to start with at least a 3-pack so they don't risk running out too quickly. But because it may take a while to strengthen your leaky gut and reverse the damage that has been done over the years, I always encourage my patients to try Gut Connect 365 for 6 months in order to truly experience all of its benefits. And while 1 scoop a day will certainly help most people, I've discovered sometimes a little extra might be needed to really do the trick, especially if your digestive issues bother you on a daily basis. Some of my patients use as many as 3 scoops a day since it's so effective and so delicious. And that's why United Naturals has put together what I think is the absolute best deal for you. Order 6 jars today for $244, and you'll be getting each jar at the lowest possible price of just $40 and some change. And just like with the 3-pack, United Naturals is going to cover the cost of shipping when you order a 6-pack today.
But since my goal is to help as many people as possible, I must limit these multi-pack options to only 1 multi-pack per customer. Now, if you're still not sure whether Gut Connect 365 is right for you, I've got great news. You can try it at absolutely no risk whatsoever. Because every package we ship is backed by United Naturals' 100% money-back guarantee. And this isn't just your typical try it and we'll refund you offer. This is what I like to call a double guarantee. First, United Naturals guarantees that you will feel better and notice changes in your energy, digestion, sleep, skin, or weight within 60 days, or you get your money back. And second, United Naturals guarantees that you can get all your money back for any reason or for no particular reason at all. That's right. United Naturals will happily refund every cent of your purchase within 60 days of receiving your order. No questions asked. We want only customers who are ecstatic about our product. So are you ready to try Gut Connect 365 totally risk-free? And join those who are saying goodbye to all of their digestive troubles, sleepless nights, and seesawing weight? I thought so. Go ahead and click the orange Next Step button below to check our inventory and lock in this special price if it's still available. And if you have friends or family members who struggle with low energy or indigestion too, would you tell them about Gut Connect 365? It's the only way I'll be able to reach my goal of helping more than 1 million Americans beat leaky gut and achieve excellent gut health. Feel free to share this video with them. And of course, I'll extend to them the same low pricing. And don't forget about the risk-free 60-day guarantee. If at any time you aren't happy with your results, you can simply send back what's left within 60 days of receiving your order, and United Naturals will issue a full refund. But I am totally confident that is unlikely to happen, because I know that after you give Gut Connect 365 a try, you'll be amazed at how much better you feel. Before you know it, you'll start to notice that not only have your digestive issues disappeared, but you've also got more energy and you're sleeping more soundly. And best of all, you'll likely experience less bloating and fewer food cravings, making your weight struggles a thing of the past. Once you start to see results like these, you're not going to want to run out. So I urge you to order at least a 3-pack of Gut Connect 365 to get started. And remember, there is no quick fix for leaky gut. Even though I have created a truly powerful formula, it won't fully repair years of damage overnight. What matters most is to use Gut Connect 365 every single day. In just 1 daily scoop, you'll be getting all 9 superfoods proven to heal leaky gut. And whether you blend it into your morning smoothie like my patient Jason, add it to your coffee or tea, or even just mix it in a glass of cold water, you're going to love the vanilla cinnamon flavor. And keep in mind, your 60-day guarantee means there's no risk. You're just taking it for a test drive to see for yourself that it works. So just click the big Next Step button below. You've literally got nothing to lose, but so much to gain. As soon as you click, you'll be taken to our secure transaction page. And placing your order is so easy. All you need to do is fill in your shipping and payment details, then press the Submit Order button, and we'll rush Gut Connect 365 directly to your doorstep. Once your package arrives, I suggest you immediately start taking it every morning and write down how you feel every day so you can tell what it's doing for you. As a doctor, I can't stress enough the importance of making Gut Connect 365 a regular part of your daily routine. Only then will you fully realize the powerful effects of my leaky gut formula, packed with 9 superfoods working together in perfect unison to repair, protect, and tighten your gut lining that is so vital to your digestive health. And just like my patients and thousands of others, you're going to be thrilled with what Gut Connect 365 can do for your entire body. Things like better mood, healthier looking skin, a sharper mind, improved sleep, and perhaps a slender waistline. All with your daily dose of Gut Connect 365. To continue, just click on the orange Next Step button below, because I promise you'll be so glad you did. Wishing you the best of health, I'm Dr. Vincent Pedre. By the way, I always love to hear about how Gut Connect 365 is working for people. And since this report went viral, I've received countless emails full of wonderful success stories. Reading them is the best part of my day, so keep them coming. As promised, here's my email address so you can contact me directly, drpedre@unitednaturals.com. And I highly recommend that you share this presentation with those you love because everyone can benefit from hearing this information. So now, click the orange button below to take the first step to better gut health and a more vibrant lifestyle. If you're still watching, perhaps you have some questions. Here are some answers to the most frequently asked questions I've received from my patients. Is Gut Connect 365 safe? The superfoods in Gut Connect 365 are all found in nature. There's nothing artificial or synthetic in our formula, and all of the superfoods in Gut Connect 365 are non-GMO verified as well. When will Gut Connect 365 start working? Everyone is going to experience something different, but most of my patients tell me they're feeling more energy, less cravings, and less bloat in the first month. If that doesn't happen for you, do not be discouraged. For some people, it can take a few months to truly reverse the effects of leaky gut. However, to reap Gut Connect 365's maximum benefits, giving it a full 6 months is always best. What should I eat while taking Gut Connect 365? I love this question because my patients are always thrilled to hear the answer. There's really no need to eliminate specific foods from your diet. Of course, I encourage you to cut back on those gut busters I shared with you, especially gluten. Reducing the amount of gluten in your diet is a great first step to strengthening your gut lining. The good news is that most customers find they no longer crave foods containing gluten after taking Gut Connect 365. And by ordering today, you'll also get access to my Ease program, a 20-video series containing dozens of gluten-free recipes for better gut health. Is the 60-day guarantee really no questions asked? Even though there's no reason it shouldn't work, we do give you a full 60 days to see if Gut Connect 365 is right for you. So if you're not satisfied with your results during that time, simply contact United Naturals' world-class customer support team and they will quickly provide a complete refund. Where can I get Gut Connect 365? Gut Connect 365 is only available online and at a handful of doctors' offices at this time. You won't find Gut Connect 365 in stores. This is to ensure we can continue to offer the lowest possible prices to our customers and keep the quality high. To place your order right now, just click the big orange button below. My proprietary formula consisting of 9 superfoods will be conveniently shipped straight to your home. And your total gut health transformation can begin. So click the button below before supplies run out.